Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the FV217 Badger. It's the British Tier 10 tank destroyer and it's located on the north spawn of Lakeville under the command of YoMamas. Now, this is the vehicle that replaced the FV215B183 at Tier 10. It's a non-turreted British tank destroyer, whereas the FV215B was a turreted one. And it's got pretty impressive frontal armour, 355mm. But it's not impregnable, it can be killed. And he's off. It certainly looks as if YoMamas going to take the lead, going into the valley. And he's going to the near side as well. That gives a little more opportunities for shooting at the enemy, because the enemy tends to hide on the west side, you could say. And if they make the mistake of doing that whilst pushing, they might end up getting shot. Wow, we've got a T-54 lightweight coming up. Totally unexpected, because that tank would normally be in town by now. You don't expect to see light tanks in the valley. Light tanks are for going around and finding the enemy in the town, and or trying to spot. And that one, 421, he just got that through, straight through him. Now he's got a 123mm gun, a quick firing gun. Does 272 penetration millimeters and 4890 alpha. Okay, 7 seconds on the reload. Just testing the ridgeline. That lightweight was just trying to poke his nose up, but it failed. Oh, we got a Object 416 over there. And that's a high roll, 514, but we took a round in the tracks. It damaged our tracks, but didn't break them. Okay, we've got a Scorpion G over there as well. Not so sure we can get around him, but I think he might try around through that bush, because that's where they normally fire from. Yeah, he noticed that too late after the Scorpion had fired. I would have gone straight for the bush, because there's normally somebody hiding the other side, and that is the enemy Arty, a 212A. There's also an M40, M43 on the enemy team. Okay, let's roll. He's reloaded, ready to go. Looks like he's pushing on that Type 2. Nice round through the cupola. Yeah, he's pushing. He's really pushing it. He's committing now, and the 110's gone down, and he's taking fire. But there's a lightweight the other side, and the Conqueror's going in as well. This is what I would call. Oh, we lose the T4. The enemy loses the T54 lightweight. This is what I would call going balls deep, if you know what I mean. No, that's not rude to the ladies, but I think they know what it means as well. If you're going to commit, you commit. And he's committed. Oh, Scorpion goes down. 1.8k of damage so far. And you can see where that Arty round hit. It went on the just above the front tracks. Now, this is where it gets a bit dicey, because the enemy might have left some defenders behind. Possibly one of their tank destroyers, the Striv 103B. Trying to defend their cap. There's the 212. He's retreating. We fire a round into his rear, but it's a low roll. Oh no, a high roll. But no, he gets into cover before we can shoot again. Okay, can we see any more? Well, that's the Samua. Can we get a shot into him? And the VK as well. Oh my god, the enemy's left us loads of targets to fire at. Well, we don't penetrate the VK. And rather than pull back, he's actually going to use this corner and side scrape against the rock to get shots on the enemy. I think it would have been easier to try and go through the front plate of that VK. The weak spot is normally the cupola. Right, supposedly there's a Progetto on the lake road. Oh, beautiful! He gets the round through the Samura and bounces around. That came in from the Samura as well. Is he trying to get the VK or the Samura? He's gone back to the Samura. VK's fired at someone else. God, we're really pushing. He's trying to get sight of them, but doesn't want to give away his weak spots to them. So he's pulled back, weaving as he goes. Okay, there's the VK. Can't shoot him at the moment, he's in cover. I think he just wants to get the front side of the vehicle into the tracks. Oh, took a round from the Progetto from the side. And there's the Emil 2, and we've been tracked again, the Skoda. And this is where it gets awkward because we can't pull back. And so the Progetto's just firing rounds into our side. We fire onto the VK and unfortunately we don't get a hit. But we bounce around from the VK. Yeah, unfortunately the Progetto got our shots into our side on the weak points. Quite a lot of rounds into the weak points, I'm afraid. There's the VK firing at us as well. Put a round into the T92. Good shot. High roll. 549. Bounce around from the Samura. And another. And he's down. Taken out by our TVP. Tried to go for the VK again, but just can't get that round through. Let's have a look at the damage on the side. Yeah, it looks... I'm trying to see where he put the rounds. Oh, he put the rounds into our front plate. The Progetto was pumping heat rounds into our lower plate. And we've taken out the T92. Couldn't hide forever. Trying to go for the Capola again. And that one goes right over the top of it. And unfortunately, we just lost the Conqueror to the Striv. Now they're pushing down the lake road now, pushing the Progetto out. He's gone down. We've got the Emil turned up now. Oh, that round was from the VK. Went into the tracks though. And there's the Emil. Now the Emil's taken a lot of damage. He's down to 13 hit points. Can we stop him? Yes! One into his lower glacis and he's out the game.
Up. Let's go.
And now we've got a bit of extra armour added to that rock. Okay, auto-aimed onto the Skoda. The Skoda goes down, but we didn't kill him. It went to the SU-101. Okay, now the VK's bouncing rounds off us, and we've got the cap area. And we're weaving towards him to make it difficult for him to get a shot on our lower glacis. We're all homing in now on the Striv 103 and the VK 100-01P. And that's an Arty round coming in. I think that was the M40. Or was that the M40? No, the second one was the M40. And the VK 100-01's gone down to the P44. Which means the only remaining enemy is the Striv 103B. We've got 3 kills at the moment. Can we make it 4? Well, I think that 50 TVP is trying to get past us. Here he comes.
Permission to engage.
And we fire around into the Striv. Here comes the 50-51. And yeah, one into him. And now the 50 goes in. The 50-51 and takes him out. Finishes the game. Wow, that was pretty amazing. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for that one. Oh my god, look at this. It's an ace tanker for YoMamas in the Badger. It's his first ace tanker in this vehicle. He's got the scroll underneath, which means it was your first one. And that's amazing. So congratulations, YoMama. A win 86904. You got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of your own vehicle. You've got a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of your own vehicle. A spotter's badge for getting at least 1,000 hit points of spotting damage during the battle. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. You managed to get 6 in total. a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle, a steel wall for blocking the highest damage, at least 11 hits, at least 1,000 hit points of damage overall, and surviving, and a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on your team. Oh my god, let's have a look at the team scores for this one. Highest damage, 5,425 hit points of damage in that one. You really did monster it, because that's nearly double. In fact, it is nearly double the highest score from the SU-101, 2,718. And the Strip 103 was the highest score on the enemy team. He managed 3,781. When it came to kills, it was the Badger again. YoMamas did it again, 3 kills. Everyone else only managed 2 or 1, and in fact there's nobody on the enemy team who managed to get more than 1 tank, and their Striv only managed to get 1. When it came to base XP, it was the Badger again, 1,222 base experience points. Then we've got the SU-101 with 895 and the TVP T5051 with 857. So let's have a look at detail. 23 shots fired, 16 direct hits, 13 penetrations, damage of 5,425 hit points, of which 2,306 were at more than 300 meters. He received 16 hits, 5 of which were penetrations, and most of those were the shots fired by the Progetto using heat rounds into the base of the lower glacis of the Badger, which of course was very vulnerable from that position, and we was just sliding those shots straight in, and there was nothing that YoMamas could do to respond except pull back, and of course he was tracked at the time. He also got 11 non-penetrations. That was on the heavy armor on the front. He received 3 hits as a result of splash damage, 2,350 hit points of block damage, and he also spotted 2 enemy vehicles, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did damage assistance of 3,220 hit points. On a premium account, he earned 67,991 credits. He got 10,199 credits for mission completion, and he also that brought up a total of 78,190 credits. And after repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 34,238 credits. He received 6 bonds for all the awards he picked up, and he also managed to pick up 1,833 XP. Times 2 for the first victory, 275 for the mission completion, brought up a total of 3,941 experience points from that battle alone. Fantastic result there for him. I mean, it's so nice to get your first ace tanker in a new tank, especially when it's a tier 10 British TD. I said STD there. That'd be something completely different. No, and to get a high caliber, a steel wall, and a Confederate as well, you know, just to get a whole truckload of medals is very, very nice indeed. And he certainly worked it. I mean, he was up front and personal, sitting in that gap area, daring the enemy to shoot at him. And the only one who actually did manage to get some damage into him was that Progetto. But the poor Progetto couldn't do anything other than just fire the occasional round in. And he knew that if he tried to do it too often, then YoMamas might have turned around the corner and fired a few rounds in to kill the Progetto. So he obviously needed to defend his rear as well, because those tanks were coming up the lake road towards him. And thankfully that pulled him back and prevented him from doing any further damage. But I hope you really enjoyed that battle. I certainly did. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.